Okay.
Well, hello everyone. Um, we're going to do something different today in qigong. It's a whole other sector of qigong, using the voice of sound, our own voice and our music. It is Jennifer. And so we are. So we're going to use sound, our own voice, to sing to our organs, and this through our consciousness, our focus, moving from the thinking mind into the feeling mind, and then beginning to sing to each organ system. And so we bring a consciousness. Just relax. It's very important to relax. We're going to bring our consciousness deep into the organ, and we're going to vibrate that. We're sending a sound frequency to that organ. And there's 3 different sounds for each organ system. Like, for instance, the heart, circulatory system. And each organ system, contains, can hold emotional energy. Like from our thinking mind, we interpret something that happens to us, and it's recorded in the organ as an emotion, as an energetic that can become discordant. Now, there are many ways of addressing the emotions and balancing them, as in other practices. But this practice goes right to the organ itself. And through our participation, our consciousness participation. And so the 3 different sounds for the organ we work with is for different dimensions of the organ. Like, so we start off with the physical. And when we sing to that organ, to the physical part, we got another one here. We direct that energy down into the organ, and we vibrate it. And what that does, it rewires any emotional discordance that's held within the organ. For instance, we start with the heart. And the heart can be closed. It can suffer from indifference and kind of numbness, things like that. And through the sounds, it's an expanding out with the heart. And we can open up that heart and return to its more natural state, which is like a gentle joy, unconditional joy, connection, things like that, openness. And so we start off with the physical. That can have an effect on our physical heart. So we open that up, and then we go into the emotional dimension, and we connect with all the organs. Through that emotional connection, we circulate that energy. And then the final sound goes to the upper dantian, the spiritual dimension. And that can clear karma, things like that, things that are held in our auric field. It can readjust that and return this. The goal here is to return to our natural state, which every organ has like a virtue. They call it virtue. So we want to bring out that virtue and get rid of the discordance. And I'm going to show you a chart before we begin. And if you can't read the small print, I have another one that I did myself that is very clear. And I want to give credit to Master Mingtong Gu of the Chi Center in Santa Fe, south of Santa Fe in Galisteo, New Mexico. And I came across these sounds through an email from, oh, what's the name of that? I can't think of it right now, but this group that sponsors people making the Shift Network. And Ming Tonggu was offering a 7-week course on healing sounds for the emotions. And I was going through a really hard time, having lost my wife. This is like maybe 7 years ago or so. And I just couldn't quite break the spell of sorrow, grief, and all that. So I went for it, and I started doing the sounds, and I began to feel better. And subsequently, it has led me to this whole healing system, the zayne qigong system, that has different aspects of it. And we've done some of it already in the dynamic physical practice. So this one is very specific, and it has that energy penetrate each organ system and vibrate it, like match the frequency, its natural frequency, and restoring it to its natural state. So I'm going to give you a lot right now. I mean, we're going to go through all the sounds because there's a cycle to this. It's really cool. This particular system that Ming Tong developed from the teachings that has really helped a lot of people. And so it starts with the heart and the warmth of the heart, the opening, expansion. And then we go to the kidneys, and the kidneys are a whole fear, and fear can freeze the flow of energy in the kidneys. So we become unnatural. And so bringing that warm heart down there into the kidneys, we melt the frozen. And kidney is water energy, and it wants to flow, nourish the body, the bone marrow, sinews, hearing, and things like that. So we go into the kidneys, and then we go into the digestive system, which is earth energy. And so in the flow in this cycle, we bring the water energy from the kidneys that has been melted by this cycle from the sun, the heart energy, and it gets nourished. The soil gets nourished, and it relieves anxiety, and restores us to a calmness kind of feeling, and that then nourishes the next organ system, the purification system, which is the liver, and the liver is growth, upward growth. So we have all this fertile earth here that allows the liver energy to grow, produce new growth, and it rises up. There's a rising energy, and then it provides oxygen for the lungs. In the final organ of this system, we finish up with the lungs, which holds sorrow, things like that, and it can transmute it into compassion. It's the virtue, and it completes the cycle. And each organ supports each other. If you have one organ system that's weak, it's a family. It gets supported by the other organs. And so this takes practice. And we're just going to do a broad view of it to give you a sense of it. And if you want to go deep with this, you can always go to the Chi Center, and I can give you these links and explore it more deeply. But I want to introduce this to you today. And what inspired me was the Maui meeting we had about that town, and the grief that we were feeling, and the pain in the heart. And it inspired me to reintroduce the sounds. I really got away from them because I've been doing this other stuff, but I will circle back and bring them to you today. So let me just show you. Let me try to share. So just to show you, it's kind of a map of where we're going. Now, can you read the small print here? These
Yes.
are the sounds. There's the Chinese spelling, then there's the phonetic spelling. how we pronounce it.
I can see it. I think you could get it a little bigger maybe, but I can read it.
Well, what I do, I have another one that's more easy to read, but I just wanted to give you a sense of the system here. So here's the heart. You know, you can use color. A heart is like rose, and then kidneys, it's like a blue, a sapphire blue. Pancreas, digestive system is yellow. And then green for the liver purification. And then this light, this pearl white light, galactic, breathing in energy from the universe into the lungs. So here we are, cardiovascular, reproductive, digestive, purification, and respiratory. And these are the emotions, like hatred, indifference, greed, transforming into joy and connection and sincerity. So I can walk you through this as we go. I don't want to spend too much time in the chart. And I can make this available to you if you email me, or maybe I can post it. I'll talk to Jen about that, but have this information available for you, so you don't have to worry about taking notes or anything. Now, let's see.
Is it okay, Zane and Jen, to take a photograph of it?
Absolutely, please do.
Yeah.
Yes, or screenshot, great.
Okay. Since it's somebody else, Master Ming Tong Goose stuff, I didn't know. And I didn't
Yes, you can, because that brings attention to his chi center, and you can always, they have online courses that are pre-recorded, and you can take a level 1 course if you want to see what it's like.
Yeah.
It's very, very well done, professionally done. He's a great teacher.
He's so happy. He's such a happy person.
Yes, he's very joyful. That's what got me, because I was in grief at the time, and I'm going, I need that.
Yeah.
He must be doing something right, so I'm going to follow him.
It's great.
So I'm going to stop this. Do you have your picture there? If not, I can post it later. No problem. And let's see. I'll share another. And this is very easy to read like that as we go through. There we are. So without further ado, let's begin. We're going to do some warm-ups, and just lift up the arms, head goes back, just chest goes out, heart is open, and down. Oh, let me just make myself large so you can see me as we warm up. Oh, maybe not. Let me stop share right now. Okay. And I'll make it big so you can see me. I think I can. I don't know. There we are. Okay. Let's just lift up the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Then roll down. Just hang and relax. Inhale as we come up. Chest totally open. The whole red channel opens. Floating the hands down. Back in the chin. And then inhale. Sigh of relief. Okay. Roll down. Tuck in the chin. Up. Yes, the purpose here is just to relax. And relax the shoulders, open the heart. And let's do it one more time. Head bows down, bring it up. And now we're going to do a little, this is really good for the balancing the nervous system. And I'm doing everything sitting down today. I'm in the process of moving, so my chi room has some stuff in it. So we'll stay here, and it's good to do it sitting too. So we're going to do the crane's neck, and like I said, it balances the entire nervous system, and it's like a crane drinking water. So we tuck in the chin, this, okay, and chin goes up, head goes back, and led by the chin, drawing a circle of light. Chin goes up and forward, keeping your frame, your shoulders stable, the neck can stretch out and float down into the water. Tuck in the chin, draw the chi up. Head goes back, shoulders back, chin up, forward, and down. Tuck the chin in, brushing against the spine. Ah. Head goes back, chin up, forward, downward, inward. And just take your time and feel the space inside. Head goes back, chin up, forward, downward. Inward, it's like circle of chi. Ah, back, forward. And like a crane drinking water, sips the water up, 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 and then swallow. Forward, down, in, comes back. And then tuck in the chin and sit straight, nice and balanced. And this is something you can do for a long time. We've done it before in past classes. But for a good warm-up, balance the nervous system, it's a good practice. And tuck in the chin now. We're going to reverse the crane's neck. Lift the top of the head. And we circle down the neck. That same circle led by the chin. Keep the shoulders stable. Neck extends up, slowly rising and back. And then tuck in the chin. This opens the back of the neck. And chi flows to the brain. It's a great way of bringing chi to the brain. Scoop down, forward, upward, and tuck in the chin. Ah, ah. And then this is where the crane swallows down the gullet. And we bring that chi down, led by the chin. Moving in a circle. Ah, back. Lift the top of the head, the eye rate, tuck the chin. And scoop, like scooping the fish. Up, and then swallows. And let's do it one. Up and down. Tuck in the chin. Look forward. close the eyes and just feel the flow of qi up the spine, through the brain. Tongue touches the upper palate. It just flows down the front channel. And balancing the whole nervous system. And now we're going to circle, just move around in circles. I find this is very effective and just relaxing. Something about the circle. Top of the head extending up into the blue sky, drawing a circle in the universe. Relaxing more. No hurry, no worry. Just enjoy the circle. Okay, come to a stop. Take a deep breath, feel the center line right down the middle here. And now we're going to go around that center line, reversing the direction, clockwise. Relaxing, opening. And what's most important is enjoying. As Nico said yesterday, the whole play, be playful with this and curious. The same principles carry through. It's all qigong. Round and round. Okay, and back to center. Relax those shoulders. Tuck in the tailbone a little bit. Line your lower back and your pelvis with the spine. Always tuck in the chin as always. It opens this back of the neck and where it joins the skull. Known as the U-chin point. Ujin. And just gently close the eyes. And the breath is soft and deep into the belly. Just feel that center line right down the middle. You can lean into that center. And draw the corners of the mouth back into what we call the inner smile. And I know Eileen knows about that because having studied with the teacher, I forget his name right now. He introduced the inner smile, and it really is potent. And try to remember that through this practice, because the cells feel that smile. They open and respond. So the spine is straight, chin tucked in, the byway, the top of the head is lift, surging up into heaven. Tailbone drops down. Shoulders, very important, relax these shoulders down. Breathing soft and deep. And leave the thinking mind into the feeling mind. We're going to be using our feeling mind and our listening mind. And we listen deep inside, relax and empty all distracting thoughts. And with that, the muscles of the face relax. Down. Corners of the mouth pull back. And now we relax down the neck. Down into the shoulders. And relaxing down the shoulders into the arms, through the elbows, the wrists, the hands and fingers. Empty out. Breath is soft and deep. And we just bring this relaxed and stable mind down into the heart. They come together in the lungs. And empty out. And just feel, listen to these organs. Relaxing down. The heart kind of, one of the parent organs just kind of goes down and nestles into the kidney. There's this embrace of the parent organs that relaxes the whole family of organs. And we relax down the spine, ribs relax into the pelvis, the sacrum. Into the legs, the upper legs, through the hips, leg, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, and the toes. Relax. And just observe and listen. We'll be doing that through all the sounds as well. And we're in this like nature state, like we become nature. And from that place, we expand out in all directions from the center line through all the parts of the body, expanding out to the front, to the back, to the sides, up and down, expanding into the blue sky universe. Feel that expanding out, chi and space beyond physical. And merge and mingle with this universe energy, the Lovonya chi, the universe, all around us. And it permeates and animates everything in the universe, and it's actually flowing through us as well. And we want to acknowledge that. So just drawing in the energy into this, into our chi body and into our physical body through all the layers, expanding inside into chi and space. And returning to that center line, that center column, connecting heaven and earth inside. Just feel that deep relaxation. And like empty but not empty, just filled with this chi, good information from the universe. Feeling our universal cells inside, this blueprint that we reclaim, restore. The physical body just follows, responds to that blueprint. And so now that's like that organizes the chi field, our approach to the practice, nice and relaxed and open, leaving all the stories behind. And now we place our hands on the heart. Begin with the first sound. And I am now going to post this so you can just follow along. So you can read the sounds. Okay. So we start with the physical heart. And the sound is sheen. Sheen. Like that. We'll chant this several times. Just to honor time, we'll do it 3 times. And so begin. And just bring your consciousness right into the heart. Pretend you're singing to the heart. And it responds, okay? Breathe in. And I'm going to make sure, okay, yeah. Breathe in. And just notice and feel inside. And the energy of the heart is an expansion energy, expanding out, radiating out. Okay. Again, breathe in. And just listen to that heart. Listening is a form of love. So we love our heart by listening and feeling. One more time. Breathe in. Just bring your consciousness deep inside the loving heart of yours. Beautiful heart. It's ruby red love, glowing. Transforming contraction, indifference, protection into open connection, joy, natural state of the heart, starting with the physical. And now we move to the emotional body, sounds. And the sound is qigong, qigong. And this time the tongue normally goes straight for the physical sound, straight like touching the tongue. This time the tongue goes down into the well of the mouth, and that connects us to all the organs, emotional body. Okay. And the expression, physical expression, is opening the hands like this, open wide and then close it back. Okay. And return. Let's begin. And inner smiling deep inside, noticing, listening, and repeat in and feel the openness, the expansion, the love. One more time. Inhale. Go. Just notice, feel loving energy, the pure loving energy of the heart. Now for the third and final sound, sheen. Sheen. And this connects with the brain up like this, the heart and mind coming together as one. And the tongue this time, rather than going down to the well of the mouth, it goes up to the palate behind the teeth, connecting with the brain. And so, can you hear me? Okay, I'm just checking in. And okay, I'm hoping that Zoom will be able to record the sound. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. Notice, listen, feel. Spanning out, connecting with all hearts on this dear planet. Again, breathe in. And they're smiling. Feel that radiant smile embodied by the heart, spanning out to the world, to ourselves and to each other, and singing to all the other organs too. One happy family. Okay, one more time. Just notice and feel and listen to this song deep inside the heart and the body. So to honor time, there's a second step to this where we weave all three sounds together. And I'll save that for another time, but it's like xing, qiong, qi. And just to introduce that to you, it's like this oneness thing, because it's all one. And so if you want to practice more, you can try weaving them together at another time, just to honor our time here. But to start off, we'll progress it this way to familiarize yourself with these new sounds, very ancient sounds. So now we're going to take this heart, and this is really good for the circulation. It opens the blood vessels on a physical level. The circulation begins to increase, and bringing that warmth to the rest of the body, to the other organs. And so feeling this open warmth of the heart, we now drop down into the kidneys, the reproductive system, and place your hand on the kidneys, palms. And we have the earth gates, the lagoon points, just exchanging energy with these are beautiful kidneys. And like I said before, the kidneys, the natural state of the kidneys are like, it's like calmness and creative flow, alertness in its natural state, caution, but relaxed caution, just being highly alert And what happens is through fear, trauma, the energy gets stuck in the kidneys and it freezes. And we're going to melt the frozen so we can return the kidneys to the natural state of the water element, the sapphire blue water. And that begins to trickle and flow as we melt the frozen with this bright sun heart energy dropping down into the kidneys in the what we call the transformation cycle, transforming fear and frozen into alertness, creativity, creative response to life, that kind of thing. So let's start with the first sound. And you feel the kidneys, it's a sharp sound, like that, okay? And that just starts to melt, break up the frozen, break up the ice, okay? And you feel when you hold the kidneys, you feel them contract a little bit and open. And the heart being an opening energy, this is a penetrating energy, penetrates deep inside. Okay, let's start with the EH. Just bring your mind deep inside those beautiful kidneys. Feel the deep penetration of this sound. And you may feel a flashy heat through the body, a warming up. That's the warmth that we bring to the kidneys and the melting and the frozen, as it penetrates deep inside the kidneys. Giving it lots of love through those hands, inner smile. And with these sounds, just best effort. It's the spirit behind it, really, and your consciousness making loving contact with these organ systems. So the next sound is ew, e, ew. And remember to drop your tongue down into the well of the mouth, connecting with all the organs and circulating this nourishing water energy, kidney water, the elemental water. Okay, breathe in. Pause and notice. Smile into them as it circulates this nourishing water, the entirety, the whole body feels this nourishment on the emotional level here. Just calm, feeling calm and relaxed. Repeat, inhale. Best ever. Listening and feeling. One more time. Inhale. Yeah, let's do one more. Inhale. Good. Now for the third and final sound, we connect with the brain, spiritual dimension, and the sound is yin. And our tongue goes to the roof of the mouth, connecting with the brain. And you can actually use your hands to accentuate that. You're free to like move around and express that motion, direction. So let's begin. And what I do also, I'll add a mudra to this. You can bring your middle finger, your baby finger, just this kidney connects with the kidney energy, and we just lift it up and down. Okay. Breathe in. Running out of there. Breathe in. All fear disappears. Feeling alert, clear mind, yet relaxed and very creative. Breathe in. And just notice, how do you feel? Happy kidneys, kidney waters circulating, nourishing. And in the transformation cycle, it's going to be nourishing. We go because we move from the kidney reproductive to the digestive, the pancreas, the stomach, the intestines, spleen. And so just to give you a sense of where we're going, and just to give you a sense of what all three sounds sound together, would be and weave all three sounds together. So now moving on in the transformation cycle, we bring this kidney water energy now flowing very well, very nourishing. We bring it to the stomach. And so digestive system, hold your belly. I'd have you all sing together so we could hear each other, but it distorts everything on the Zoom. I haven't quite figured that out yet. And so this is unlike the penetrating energy of the kidneys sounds, this is a spiraling energy, because digestive system returns food to oneness, the energy of the food. It breaks it down, it spins it around, the spin cycle, and transmutes it into energy from food, the physical earth. And so the color is like golden yellow, if you want a color to work with. And so the gong, we just hold the belly and qigong, it's pronounced qigong. Tongue goes straight ahead. It's more of a neutral tongue position. And just feel that vibration in the belly. Okay, here we go. Inhale. Just take your time and feel and notice and listen. Feel that vibration, our song to our belly. And allowing us to receive this nourishing water nourishment from the kidney energy, the transformation cycle. Okay, breathe in again. Inhale. And we're transforming anxiety into relaxed state, calm, equanimity. One more time, breathe in. Good. And feel it singing back to us. It's happy. It's getting this loving attention with it. Loving attention. Singing the song. Now we move on to the second sound for the emotional dimension. And remember, the tongue drops down into the well of the mouth, bottom of the mouth. And the sound is ooh, ooh. Okay. Breathe in. Ooh. And this is a spiraling energy on your belly. You can move it around like this, spiraling in, spiraling out. Okay. Let's do it a few more times. Breathe in. Ooh. Feel that transforming energy, transmuting anxiety into calm, nourishing the earth of the element, the earth element of the digestive system. That soil just filling up with this nourishing water. We stir it around, spiral around. One more time, breathe in. Ooh. So relaxed, so, and we're just alchemists, just transmuting that any discordant energy caused by anxiety. All is well. Haula sound. Haula means all is well and getting better. So be it. It's that kind of affirmation. So we get nice, moist, rich soil, preparing for the next organ system in the cycle. The liver energy, the wood energy. That's to let you know where we're headed, but just getting back to the digestive system. We move on to the final sound of song. Song. Up to the brain. It's zone means like center line, returning to center. And so we connect and it connects with the brain, spiritual dimension, and back down again, up and down that center line. Okay, and bringing it up into the liver. Okay, breathe in. Song. Tongue touches the roof, upper roof of the mouth. Long. And just, you can hear it silently. If you run out of sound, just do it with your mind. More advanced sounds, so you do a lot with your mind. Hearing the sound, your inner ear. Okay. Another, breathe in. Song. One more time, breathe in. Song. Feel and listen and notice. Being open with the curiosity of a child. Ooh, what is this? And just stir the chi in the belly, breathing into the belly through the nose. And now that's all three sounds. Now, all three sounds at once would be Eon, Song. And you can practice that on your own. It's this oneness practice. They're all together as one. All dimensions together. And now moving on to the liver purification system. This affects liver, spleen, lymphatic, but particularly the liver. And the liver is located right up here, the right lobe here, beneath the rib cage. And there's a smaller one on the left. And the liver, on an emotional level, holds anger, and that can get dicey for our health. Because if we hold it in all the time, we don't express ourselves, we don't have the courage to express. It's that timidity, and it gets held in the liver, and it becomes manifest physically in tumors, things like that. And so we want to just clean out that liver, spit out any held in anger that can become rage. And so it's like transforming into positive anger, which means we just naturally express it. We feel anger, and the natural thing to do is voice it, or whatever, get it out. And so, so we're gonna spit out that anger with the first sound, which is two. It's like a sharp sound, like the kidneys with E, except this is two. And so let's start with that. Hold your beautiful kidneys with 600 different functions. We're gonna spit out that any held in emotion around anger and stuff. Okay, let's begin. Inhale. Two, 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 two. Releasing the heat out to the universe. Just notice and feel. Purifying the purification system. That two. And just notice in this very relaxed and very alert space. And so we're nourishing like the kidney, the liver energy being the wood element. Like this emerald green color, if you want to use a color. And it's growing upward. It's new growth. New growth. And the liver can like repair itself and like totally regenerate so amazingly fast and thoroughly. So we're going to help that liver return to its natural state. As we move on now to the emotional body of the liver, and the sound is G. And when we say it, you can also just move in circles around the liver lobes. And like love it up. Okay. Breathe in, and remember the tongue drops down into the well of the mouth. Inhale. G. Notice and feel and listen. Inner smiling, beautiful liver. Okay, breathe in. G. One more time. Breathe in. G. And the inner spine. This emerald green expanding, growing upward. New growth. And one of the virtues of the liver energy is courage, and giving you the courage to speak, and also the clarity of mind. This is linked to the vision, seeing clearly, the eyes, liver eyes. And we're going to enhance that through the final sound when we connect with the spiritual dimension. And the sound is li. Li. Okay, and the tongue goes up to the roof of the mouth. It's that upward growth, new growth energy. And in the transformation cycle, this new growth brings oxygen to the lung. I know the element is metal in Chinese medicine, but we use more of an Ayurvedic interpretation, oxygen and air for the next organ in this transformational cycle. So just alert you to that. And we're also gonna, you can direct it up and down, connecting the liver with the brain. Okay. Breathe in. And it's, you can lilt it in the end, lift it up a little bit. That's a little modification on that from another teacher, but you can do it either way. And again, let's breathe in. Clear vision, courage, transforming all that anger or whatever held in energy into this flow and this union with the spiritual dimension. Breathe in one more time. Feeling that connection. Mind and vision are clear. Feeling that courage. Just the natural state of the liver. And very nourished from our digestive energy by the earth, growing up, new growth, providing oxygen for the lungs in the next cycle, next organ system. And just to show you how we weave all three sounds together. 2. Returning to oneness. Smiling. We move on now to the lungs, the respiratory system. And I'm going to bring this up. There you can see it. Now with the lungs, like I said before, they can carry sorrow, heavy sorrow, sadness. And when grief doesn't move, grief is a natural state, but it can get stuck and we can condense into like heavy energy. And so we're going to break up that energy and transform it into compassion. And it makes so much sense because the heart is like nestled right into the lungs. So the two kind of work together as we complete this cycle. And so the first sound is this, I call it the song of sorrow. And so we sing the song. It's song. So it's like getting out that sorrow, sing it out. And this, unlike the other organs, the first sound addresses the emotional body. Okay. So let's sing that emotion, get it out. Breathe in. I might add, okay, no, just hold the lungs like this. I won't complicate matters. Okay, breathe in. Notice and feel. Again, breathe in. Tongue can drop down into the well of the mouth. And you can picture pearl white light filling the lung. And I'll add another piece here, and that's the lung mudra, and that's the ring finger. And you can place it. This is something you can add to practice inside the shoulder. Is the beginning of the lung meridians, and just keep this finger. It's not giving you the finger; it's the ring finger, and nestle it in there inside the shoulders, and just roll like this and circulate as you chant. So now we move on to the second sound. And this is really different. You can hold your lungs. And it's for the physical, and it's a sound. So it's breathe out with like a snake sound, a S sound, and then we suck it in like this. So we're sipping sound, sipping the universe. It can be little sips. Just feel and notice. Now, the spiritual dimension, you can circulate this with a mudra if you'd like. And it's song instead of song, singing the song, we sing the song. Song. This song drops the energy. The lung energy is descending, unlike the liver, which is rising up. And this descends down into the solar plexus, also known as the Lovonya palace. And this is the physical center of our emotional body. So it's about 4 fingers above the navel, solar plexus just below the sternum, where the sternum ends. And so this song, drops down into the solar plexus. Tongue touches the roof of the mouth. It's like connecting the spiritual dimension down into the emotional dimension and integrating that. Okay. Without complicating, I don't want to get too complicated, but just enjoy. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. So You can also use your mudra if you'd like. Breathe in. So, or you can breathe in. So, and can drop down to the solar plexus and back up again. One more time. Breathe in. So, good. And just feel that connection with the solar plexus and the heavens all coming together, transforming sorrow into compassion. Compassion to ourselves, compassion to each other, compassion to the world. And all three sounds sound like this. Returning to oneness. Lungs are glowing and they're like this pearl white light. And now we've completed the transformation cycle and we return to the heart. You can do that again and again. But now we are going to drop down, hold our Hunyuan Palace, the solar plexus. And I'm going to return, stop share, and return. And we're just going to focus on, this is like the integration of all the organ systems into the solar plexus, the Hunyuan Palace. And just picture the whole organ family just nestling right in there on a physical level, all supporting each other, one happy family, returning to our natural state. Just picture them all expressing themselves in their colors, their songs, storing the natural frequency, heart expanding open, kidneys, water elements, glowing and flowing, nourishing waters, warmed by the kidneys, by the heart, and then spleen, earth, transmuting all anxiety, and providing nourishment now. The wood energy of the liver, this emerald green growth growing up, transmuting held in anger and stuff into this flowing natural state of courage and clear mind thinking, seeing, and finishing the compassion of the heart, transmuting all sorrow, stuck grief into its natural state, and then finishing the cycle, returning to the heart, nourishing each other. So now there's a chant called On Chi. I think I'm not even sure how it's spelled, but we can do a little chant there for our Hunyuan Palace, our solar plexus. Okay, breathe in. Chi. Breathe in. Chi. A little bit softer now. Chi. Even softer. You probably can't even hear me. Chi. Begin to whisper. Chi. And now, just gather that energy. Just arms are spread out, lifting chi up. Up over the head and pour down the front channel, the middle channel, down, all the way down to Dantian, lower Dantian, where the behind the navel, the Du Chi into our belly. And this is where we store our chi, our vital life energy. So balanced, so loved. Just meditate there. We spend a couple of minutes. This is an important part of the practice because we're not going to rush on to the next thing. Just think, oh, just put it to bed. Our chi baby, I call it, to bed. All the rivers and streams of this energy returning to the Dantian Ocean. And you're smiling to your baby. And just notice and feel and listen. And very slowly, release the hands, the palms to the side. And very slowly open the eye. Return to the room, to our chi room. Okay. We finish this part, just bringing the hands up together. We call this Yeshu hands prayer position. We take just a little bow to the practice. To the teachers, to each other, all the practitioners in our chi field. And here's to a balanced, stable mind state. No matter what happens externally, we are stable, we are balanced. We are in our natural state. Little by little, we practice more and more to realize this and fix this state inside. No matter what happens around us, we are stable and alert, loving, compassionate, no anxiety, and courageous, creative. All is well and getting better. I'd like just to give you a chance just to close here. There was a lot there. This was a long one. Any questions, any observations before we close?
All my organs just humming together. They were just singing together.
That's
and
it.
I love the way at the end to finish each organ system, you call them into oneness, and yeah, it's a beautiful practice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Ah, you're so welcome. It's a joy. Yeah, I used to do these all the time with groups, and it sure helped me. And it's a joy to share. And thank you for coming. And
I
thank you.
could I could feel it, like my kidney particularly. I have, fear's a big issue, and so I could just feel it softening, just softening. It was so lovely. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing. You're so welcome. It's a joy, really. Um, I had to get this. I had to bring the sounds to you guys, really. And, you can take them as deep as you want to go. You can just do a heart sound. Just doing the heart alone is very powerful. If you
Well,
don't have the time,
I just enjoyed, I mean, you're setting the tone even before beginning the formal practice of just, I could feel my nervous system just coming into presence and being in so much more just balance and
balance.
open awareness, just doing the crane. Oh,
Oh yeah,
my,
that alone is very powerful. Yes.
yeah, yeah. So nourishing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, you're so welcome. Gratitude received. And so I'm just going to read here. Eileen wants to know if it's possible to send out handouts of the sounds so we may repeat them. Absolutely. I'll find a way. Just send me your email address. I think I have Eileen's already. Susan had to leave, and Jen had to leave. That's okay. Wonderful. Yes, I'll get you the sound chart for sure. Yes, good question. All right, folks, I've kept you long enough. We're there enough there to keep it in the oven to get the full Monty, and as most efficiently as I possibly could do it, without having it take forever. But we moved along, and you got the essence, so that's good. Okay, we finished with another sound is haula, and that's like harmonizing with the universe, the natural state. How means all is well, H-A-U, and la means so be it, and getting better. Okay? How la
La,
la la
la,
abracadabra.
la.
My dog knows when he hears that, he knows he's getting ready for a run again. All right. Yeah. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Zane, for everything.
My pleasure. Okay. Bye-bye.